Now, I've really come to a conclusion that some of us are just the weapons fashioned against our hair, its growth, and its health. Let me tell you something that happened the other day. But before that, in this video, I'll be sharing with you my homemade clarifying shampoo recipe. And for that, we're going to need three ingredients: hibiscus flower leaves, aloe vera, and okra. All these three plants have great cleansing abilities, but hibiscus flower leaves are what makes it a clarifying shampoo. Now, let me tell you a very interesting story. So, just the other day, someone I used to know reached out to me telling me how much she admired my hair and also how she had done everything possible for her hair to grow, but that her hair was not just growing at all. I then asked her what she meant by everything, and she said she had used clove water, rosemary, and other things that were helping other things that people were advising her to use, but that her hair was not just growing. So at that point, I felt like I needed to narrow down the question a little bit. So I asked her to tell me about her typical wash day and how often she was washing her hair and the products that she was using. And so it happens that this lady washes her hair once or twice a month, which I think is okay. That's the routine that is working for her. But then she uses OMO to wash her hair. She either uses OMO or Savon, the bar soap. I mean OMO, the laundry detergent, the laundry powder. Have you ever felt the heat on your hands when you use OMO to wash dresses with your hands? And for the longest time, this is how she's been washing her hair. 3 years to be precise. But the problem is that the hair didn't look, when she showed me her hair, the hair didn't look like what you normally expect from a 3-year-old hair. The hair is really short, it is dull, and it is dry. And she already concluded that her natural hair was not just growing and that she doesn't have good hair at all. That's what she told me. Mind you, this lady did not use OMO or Savon on her hair because she didn't care about her hair, okay? It was just what she knew, and it actually cleaned her hair very well, to be fair. So, according to her, as long as her hair is clean, then it's fine. So when she started keeping natural hair 3 years ago, the first year went by and she didn't notice much. Yes, her hair was dry, but she thought it was just her natural hair being natural hair. So after washing her hair, she would oil it. She uses specifically shea butter or what's the other one again? Soul meat, the hair grease soul meat. Okay, and once the oil is on her hair would look fine again. So there was not much to notice at that time. But by the second year, she started noticing a few things. First, her hair just stayed rough. Her hair and her ends, especially the ends of her hair, were just rough. And then it became more dry. In her words exactly, the dryness started coming back faster after washing and oiling, no matter how much oil or shea butter I used on my hair. This is how she put it. Also, her hair started itching more, and sometimes dandruff appeared just a few days after washing. She called it dandruff, but I think it's flakes from dry scalp. I think it's just flakes. Now, this is her third year being natural, and before reaching out to me, she was ready to cut all her hair again and start afresh. She hasn't cut the hair yet, though, but what pushed her to that choice is that the hair had started breaking too much. Like, breakage has become a normal thing for her. In her words exactly, my hair has become too light and it's just breaking anyhow. And that was her describing hair thinning and the eventual breakage. Her strands have become thinner and snaps off easily. She mentioned that at some point she was noticing new growth, but her hair was becoming even shorter. So, what was happening exactly? The truth is that her scalp was tired. Her hair was tired. What she thought was deep cleansing was actually slow damage. Every wash day with OMO or Savon stripped her hair completely bare. Like the natural oils that her scalp worked hard to produce were gone in minutes, and her hair strands were slowly weakened. That's what was happening. I'm sharing this story because it seems many people are still doing this, and it's not because they want to damage their hair or that they like damaged hair. It's simply because they don't know better. So, if this sounds like you or like someone you know, rest assured you're not alone. And the good news is that damage can be stopped and hair can recover. You just need to understand what your hair really needs. So, among other ideas that we exchanged, I shared this shampoo recipe with her. And good for her, she already has two of the ingredients in their compound. So, she has access to hibiscus flower leaves and aloe vera. So, she just needs to buy okra. The extract from hibiscus flower leaves is what makes this shampoo a clarifying shampoo. This plant is packed with saponins, which are effective cleansing agents. Aloe vera also has them, but in lesser quantity than hibiscus flower leaves. So more than cleansing, I'm adding aloe vera for extra moisture. And then okra has moderate cleansing powers. The mucilage helps to lift up dirt and build up from the scalp and the hair. And when we put all this together, we'll end up with a clarifying yet soothing chemical-free shampoo. I really love this shampoo recipe so much because it doesn't just clean the hair, but it nourishes and it soothes the hair as well. It has great sleep, so it's going to prevent breakage when washing your hair. For this recipe, you can either use the hibiscus flower leaves or the hibiscus flowers. I've been using the two and they both work well. Alright family, if you found value in this video, either with the story or with my shampoo recipe, then please give the video a thumbs up and let me know if you'll be trying the shampoo recipe or if you've tried it before already. Thank you for watching and I will see you in another video. Bye!